Other Wisconsin sports news, former Packers receiver Sterling Sharpe and Super Bowl winning coach Mike Holmgren are finalists for the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame. Sharpe was picked as one of the 3 finalists in the seniors category for players whose career ended in '99 or earlier. Holmgren was picked as the lone finalist in the coaching category. There are 15 finalists and voters can pick 3. So 3 can reach the 80% threshold needed for induction. If no one reaches 80% of the vote, then the person in the lead gets into the hall. The 2025 inductees being announced during the Super Bowl week in New Orleans in February.